Hey everyone, welcome back to the Ride with Lance, and today is upgrade day for the Lectric XP4. Let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to replace the seat and the suspension seat post with my favorite Suntour suspension seat post and Blue Wind comfort seat. And we'll just do this one real quick right now because this is an easy one. This is the same one I use on my XPeak. So instead of having to go out and buy another one, I can just switch in between bikes. So let's go ahead and take that out. And one thing to note, my seat post here is a 27.2 and it doesn't fit in here. It's just too loose. So you will need a shim. You will need a 27.2 to 31.8 shim to slip right into there. And you can slip that right in. And I'm just going to leave it right there for right now. I'll adjust it later when I go to ride. But that right there is going to bring a lot of comfort to the ride. Theirs is pretty good. This one's a lot better. But what else are we going to do? Let me show you. Handlebars. Yep, I'm going to try it. I lowered the handlebars all the way down, but I'm going to take these off and I'm going to put these on. For me, right now, let me set this here. These just seem a little too narrow. I'm 6 foot tall and they just seem too narrow, so I feel a little cramped this way. So you can see how much bigger I'm going to be able to be out here now. That's a good 4.5 inches out more. So I'm going to try that. Hopefully it doesn't make it feel like it's just too big, but we'll see. So I got to take all this off, the handlebar off, the phone mount, and the display to put this on. Now what else am I going to do? I have got my, well, let's show you this first. I am just going to try this just to give it a little touch of class. Let me set these down. These are the same ones I actually put on my Velotric Nomad 2. But I'm going to put those grips on just to give it a little touch of class. Nothing wrong with these grips at all, but I think for visual, I'm going to try that and see how it looks. And what else am I going to do? I am going to put on my favorite side view mirrors. Yep, it'll be here and here, just on those other bars. So let's get to it. All right, through the magic of time and me just shutting off the video because a lot of this stuff would have been boring to watch, but the upgrades are finished. I put the Blue Wind comfort seat on, the Suntour suspension seat post with the shim. I put the new handlebars on, the new grips, and the side view mirrors. Now when I turn this sideways, it's probably going to look like a freaking airplane wing. But you can see how wide that is now. Now it may be just a little too wide. Even though these are my favorite side view mirrors, I might have to pull those off and find some mirrors that come up over here like this just to keep it not so wide. But I've already ridden this up and down the street to get the handlebars adjusted to where I want. But if you notice, I don't have any rise from this at all. So I can still go up and make these some ape hangers or something. I don't know. Make it look like a chopper. But I can have it all the way down and be in a nice, comfortable, upright riding position just like that. Okay, next thing to do is take it out for a ride and see how it does. So let's go. All right, here we go. How is it going to perform? How's it going to... One of the things I'm looking for is does it improve the handling for a taller rider? So you can see how much more wider this is now. And this is what I mean about the side view mirrors. They may just make this bike a little, or these handlebars a little too wide, like going down a trail. So I may have to, like I said, consider getting side view mirrors that come up here and only go They either go up and just to the end of the bars to bring the width in a little bit. It is a gloomy, cool, humid day though. We're actually got a chance of rain here in Northern California in the summer, which would be unusual. Maybe a welcome break, but yeah, we'll see how the day goes. But so far, yep. Yeah, I think my seat may be just a little too low. Let me stop real quick and raise it up. Let's pull over right here. Let's just go up a little more. Centered, yep. Centered. Oh! Yeah. Let's start over. Let's go right about there. Oh. Okay. Let's try that. See how that is. Yeah, a little taller. Don't feel like my knees are coming up too high. But it is feeling good. Now, let me do some maneuvering. Because one of the issues I found for me with the stock bars was this. My hands were more in here, so maneuvering felt more like not naturals, just like this. So we're gonna try, and now that my elbows are out more this way, instead of in, I'm guessing, yep. Now there's very little movement in my arms to make these turns. And they're still staying in that relaxed position. So I can do a full U-turn without my elbows getting in the way. Get back and go. All right, let's change the camera angle. So this is what it looks like from the rider's point of view. So I don't know if you can see my arms now. They're not getting much movement in the elbows. I'm basically steering with my shoulders. And now I'm in just a really much more comfortable riding position. And let me tell you one of the main reasons I went and switched the handlebars up. Let me get under this tunnel first. So I'll pull over here and show you. So Lectric has a name for this. I think it was 0 something, but you can see how this is in line with the forks in front end. Before, this part here would be leaning forward. So you had more of a reach forward. But with this, with the stock bars, with a taller person, you know, me, 6 foot, anybody taller than that, it just seemed too close. The bars had very little rise in it, so pushing them forward it only gave you about this much play. It wasn't enough. So with putting these bars on with a 3.5 inch rise, I'm able to push those bars forward to give me a little more arm extension and not feeling like it's just too close to my chest, you know, like T-Rex arms. But that's why. And then I wanted it a little wider too, so I wasn't feeling that narrow bar feel. But it feels a lot more stable this way too for me. And I'm sure it would be for taller people. Just zigging and zagging and maneuvering around tight turns or tight areas. Just feels a lot better. Feels more natural, more comfortable. Let's ride on a little more and just see if there's any surprises I haven't seen yet. And I tell you what, the other thing, you know, because I put the Suntour suspension seat post on with the Blue Wind comfort seat. For me, it's 100% different, 100% better over the stock Lectric seat and seat post. Now, I am a bigger guy, so the stock stuff, it was okay, but it just wasn't the most comfortable. And the seat post suspension, the stock seat post suspension that Lectric sends us with for bigger people, it works okay on this, but when you start getting into a little rougher or bumpier stuff, it doesn't work so well. It feels like it kind of packs down and then stays down until you get off of it. But I understand, you know, it's hard to make something that will fit every body type. And again, like I say a lot, it's the seat is something that's probably always one of the first things to change, that people will change, because they have their preferred comfort style. I'm actually enjoying this cooler day. I mean, we haven't had a blazing summer yet, but this last week and a half, we've gotten up there. Hey, doggy. But yeah, I'm really happy about these changes. Now there's nothing else on the bike I want to change. Everything I changed on the bike was all for comfort, not performance. But I guess you consider some of it performance. I just wish they would have put that new Cloud 50 suspension that they put on the trike on the XP4. I think it would have done a lot better than what they have on it. I mean, it's okay, but you can hear it when I hit bumps. There's just something in it that's rattling around. And it does bottom out easy. But I will have a link in the description to everything I used to upgrade this to the way I have it right now. So if you're looking at doing that yourself, you can see what I used, or even just to give you ideas for your own rider comfort. But you have a great day, great ride, great week, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.